Like,
At this time, we will call the July 17th, 2025 school board meeting to order. If you'll stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, I need to approve the agenda. Your recommendation, Mr.
Madam Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the agenda.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation. Do I have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Now, at this time, we have the superintendent's report. Mr. Usleton.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I've got two items. First of all, for executive session, I would like to ask the board to please consider a potential litigation matter at that time. And at this time, I will ask Mr. Jonathan Hodges to come forward and give our quarterly interview.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, we're going to be looking at the first quarter of 2025, which will be January, February, and March of this past winter. As usual, starting off with the pie chart with the majority of where our money is spent throughout the schools on average for us. And this is the total first quarter, all the way from 2019 to today. I did throw in an extra pie chart because this is something that I use, and I figured I would throw it up there for everyone else to see. This is actually broken down to how we break up our school levels. You can see primary, elementary, intermediate schools use the majority, then high schools, then middle schools, and then the other areas are like your Career Tech East, Career Tech West, county office, transportation. And that's kind of how I look at it, and you can see that's what you expect. There's a lot more primary, elementary, intermediate schools than there are high schools, middle schools. And then the high schools, they have all the after-school activities, your football games, your basketball, volleyball, all that. So that's where a lot of that goes. And it's a real quick reference for me to throw those numbers in there, look at the pie chart and see if anything's off. If anything's off, then it tells me where I need to start looking pretty quick. So for the notes, $67,130 more spent compared to 2024. Average temperature for the first quarter of 2024 was 49 versus 46. So it's 3 degrees cooler of a winter than the previous year on average. Just to give you an idea of why we probably went above is we had several days in January where we didn't get above 30 degrees. So we were running those heaters. Then we turned around in February, did the same thing. Then at the end of February, we had several days where we went 75, 77. So now we're running all the air conditioners and we're burning the wick at both ends. Same thing in March. We had nearly a third of March with above 80 degrees for a high. So all the air conditioners were just running and gunning. I tried to take 3 and highlight kind of where our best happened in the elementary primary. It was Hope Sullivan. They actually went down. Lake Corner Middle was our middle school, and it didn't go down. No middle school went down, not a single one. They all were slightly above. So that tells me right there that everybody was averaging about how we would expect. So nothing was crazy out of whack. It was just all normal. And then high school was South Haven High with the 2,000 decrease. Any questions?
Have you projected the new high school in Fernando
I have not. Because of all the construction with the doors open, the windows open, in and out, everybody moving in, we haven't actually just sat down and looked at it. But that thing's a monster. It's nice. It's extremely nice. We went with the LED everything, like that should be one of the most energy efficient ways we could possibly make it. And it is, but it is it's a monster. It's gonna be nice. Very nice. But we have not sat down and actually projected what it should look like. Oh, yes, yes, absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hodge.
Thank you.
Appreciate the report. And Mr. White, Mr. Hall, we appreciate y'all being here today. Appreciate all y'all's hard work with our maintenance department. I know it's a busy time of year for y'all getting everything ready. So it's going to be talk frequently. All right, that is all I have for my report.
At this time, we have the attorney's report.
Yes, ma'am. We have one matter that will need to be discussed in executive session. Potential litigation matter. We'll take it up in executive session.
Now, I need the approval for the minutes from the July 3rd, 2025 board meeting. I need a motion, please.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. And now we have the consent agenda. We have items A through CCC. Are there any changes that need to be made to the consent agenda at this time? Seeing none, your recommendation, sir.
Madam Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the consent agenda.
Mr. Russellson's recommendation. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Nay. Motion passes. New business. Request to pay vendor in finance, Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. In your packet is a letter and corresponding documentation from financial services explaining the after-the-fact charges. While the contract had been approved by the board, the PO was not completed or issued prior to the beginning of services. The necessary steps to ensure this does not become a reoccurrence have been put in place, and we're requesting permission from the board to pay the vendor for the services rendered.
With that information, your recommendation, sir.
Madam Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the request to pay the vendor in fine.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? With that, the motion passes. Item B, resolution to issue limited tax note bond placement.
Good morning. So at the last board meeting, you guys approved the bond resolution no protest. Today, I'm asking you to approve the bond resolution bond placement. So there's 3 stages to a bond resolution, and this is the final stage. So the proposals went out, and the lowest bid came back in with Regions at 3.82%. So I'm asking you to approve the bond resolution bond placement with Regions Bank.
Based on that information, approve the recommendation.
Madam Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the resolution to issue the limited tax note bond placement.
Based on that recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Item C, statement of revenue and expenditures, May 2025. Ms. Hadley.
Yes, ma'am. This is revenue collections through May for the general fund at $349,306,337, which actually continues to hold steady at 4% higher than the FY24 revenues at $334,530,951. The increase is still due to the evaluation form increase, as well as the NSFF increase as well. Revenues for all funds are at $399,911,062, which is a 4% increase over FY24, and that actually is steady as well. The general fund expenditures through May were at $281,946,267, and they continue to run 6% over the FY24 expenditures, and that is held pretty steady as well. Expenditures for all funds are at $366,805,093, which includes construction expenditures as well.
With that information, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Russell?
Madam Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the statement of revenue and expenditures for May 2025.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the statement of revenue?
Make that motion.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Item D, combined balance sheet, May 2025.
The fund balance for all general funds is at $224,546,857, which is 13% higher than FY '24 balance, being $198,539,314. The increase is mainly due to our increase in NSFF and the ad valorem.
Based on that information, do you have a recommendation?
Madam Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the combined balance sheet for May 2025.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the combined balance sheet?
I'll make that motion.
I make that motion.
Okay, and do I have a second? Okay, thank you. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? At this time, we have item E, statement of cash flow, May 2025.
Okay, district maintenance cash balance as of May 31st is $223,022,911. All funds cash balance is $271,572,107.
With that information, your recommendation, sir.
Madam Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the statement of cash flow for May 2025.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the statement of cash flow?
I make that motion.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? With that, the motion passes. Item F is certification of bank reconciliations, May 2025. Please have-
I am happy to report that all bank statements have been reconciled with no exceptions.
With that information, your recommendation, sir.
Madam Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the certification of bank reconciliations for May 2025.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Stephanie. Item G, personnel, Mr. Alexander.
Yes, ma'am. Personnel packet today, pages 1 through 9 are recommendations. Page 10 through 13 are personnel changes. Page 14 is a memo for myself to approve up to 5 days or 40 hours administrative leave paid beginning July 28th through January 9th of 2026 in the event of school closing, delay or dismissal due to early due to weather conditions. This will be granted to employees that are less than 230 days. Page 15 is a memo for myself on following part-time retired employees to become inactivated for the 25-26 school year. Page 16 is a memo for myself on the following new units that have not been filled at this time. This will allow us to fill those positions immediately once they're found. Page 17 through 20 is a memo and job description from Sarah Jane Russell, Director of High Schools, to add 2 part-time senior success interventionists for our 12th grade at-risk graduates, students getting ready to graduate. These positions will be paid $30 per hour with district funds. Page 21 through 24 is a memo and job description from Ms. Jennifer Stripling, Chief Academic Officer, on the request to add 1 part-time ELA Student Success Advisor for Desoto Central Middle and South Haven Middle School. This employee will work 19 and a half hours up to per week, $30 per hour. Pages 25 through 35, these are following updated job descriptions that were previously combined, and they've been updated to more accurately reflect the differences in responsibilities in these roles. Page 36 is vehicle assignments for 25-26. Pages 37 through 39 is a memo and pay scale from Ms. Goss for under the Director of Special Education, request to increase and add the school psychologist pay scales up to $1,000 addition. This is related also to the updated job descriptions I covered in 25 through 35. Pages 40 through 48 for the 25-26 pay scales for Soto County. Page 49 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Stripling on teachers who will serve on a teacher-led professional development committee. This will be in July. It'll be a total of 8 hours, $30 per hour. Page 50 is from Ms. Alex Hallmark, Director of Child Nutrition. This will be a following employee to work and assist with training and planning for a total of 32 hours. This will be between 7:18 and 7:23.25 at their hourly rate of pay. Page 51 through 54 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Goss on employees who will serve as net chairs for a total of 30 hours per school, beginning now 7:17 through 6:30.25, and that's $30 per hour. Page 55 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Russell on teacher assistant who will work as ELA summer committee, be a total of $12 per hour for a total of 40 hours, beginning 7:18 and ending at 7:25.25. Page 56, request for additional pay from Ms. Russell on employee who will work as social studies committee. This will be a total of 20 hours at $30 per hour, beginning 7:18, ending 7:25. Page 57 is a request for pay from Mr. White, Director of Plant Maintenance. This is an employee who will work as summer grass cutter at Olive Branch High for the month of July. So $10,000 for the month. He's replacing someone who was already previously approved, but just did the month of June. Page 58 to 59, request for additional pay from the Senior Director of Federal Programs. This will be Olive Branch Middle School teachers who will work as after-school tutors for special education students beginning on 7/31/25 and ending on 5/22/26. That's at $30 per hour. And page 60 and 61 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Carol Ingham on the following employees to work as Palmer Home tutors. This will be a total of 700 hours beginning 7/18/25 through June 30th of 26.
With that information, Mr. Russellton, do you have a recommendation?
Madam Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the personnel as presented.
With Mr. Russellton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve personnel?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Mr. Item H, residency appeals, Mr. Colvin.
Yes, ma'am. Have items for executive session.
Thank you. Now, at this time, I need a motion for consideration of closed session to determine whether the board should enter executive session for the following matters: residency appeal matters and potential litigation. I need a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No. Thank you. All right, at this time, Mr. Chase will come back and inform you whether we stay in executive session. Our next meeting is August 7th at 3 o'clock.